Yes.
We have a couple minutes here for some late arrivals with the weather the way it is. I'll call the meeting to order. First thing on the agenda is the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you guys all for coming out in weather conditions like they are. Hope you have safe travel back home. Roll call. Ken Brown.
Here.
Rosie Quinn.
Here.
Bob DeLong here. Judy Kelly.
Here.
Randy Shooty.
Here.
All present. Guests. Mr. Giles.
How's the board doing? And I just speak out like, I gotta stand aside or what?
No, go ahead. You put it here.
Hope so. I speak kind of
Just want to make sure.
outside.
Wait a minute. We want to make sure.
I see the board has changed a little bit, but I still recognize every one of you. I'm Glenn Giles, Cass City Fire Chief.
Yes.
About 3 years ago, we approached the board out here at Greenleaf Township about buying or helping us purchase some turnout gear. You guys graciously did help us buy some turnout gear, which I don't really like taking that as a donation, but it come out as a purchase. And that's what you guys did. You guys helped us purchase turnout gear. We're coming to you again this year. We have to buy some new SCBA equipment, that's self-contained breathing apparatus. That's what goes on your back. It's got your air pack, your air mask, everything like that. It's been changed from 1800 minutes to a 4,500. That's a new 2018 standard. That's what we have to go by. So all the old air packs as of 2018 will be obsolete. So we have to get rid of them, and we'll be buying the new ones. The new ones are basically going to cost us between $65,000 and $70,000. And basically all I'm out here is ask, would Greenleaf Township like to purchase or help purchase some more equipment in this upcoming year? And that's all I have basically for you. So you guys can decide later if you want, decide tonight, whenever you want, but just let us know.
We're probably going to discuss it. Can you get something ready so we got something
Yep,
ready?
I can get all kinds of stuff. What I'll do is I have Ed cut it and send it to Judy. You working tomorrow?
No.
No, nobody is. What I'll do is I'll get it, and who you want me to have Ed send it to?
Our post office.
Post office.
The P.O. box?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's all I got for you, and it'd be greatly appreciated if you do, or even consider it. That's the biggest thing, just as long as there's some consideration, and it is something that we do need. It's not a want, it is a need. So, that's all I have, and we'll send that stuff out to you probably first part of next week.
All right, thank
And
you.
if it's all right, I'd like to stay for the rest of the meeting.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Anybody else, guess, need to speak prior? Did you get too carried away there? But appreciate it, sir. Adoption of the agenda. Oh, yeah, our deputy, first name or deputy?
Deputy Grace.
Craig, appreciate it, thanks, sir. Adoption of agenda. Agenda, right? Any additions or corrections to it? Here's none, I entertain a motion to accept. accept the agenda. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Rosie second. Moving second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote on adoption of the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Thank you. Minutes from the last meeting. Anybody that doesn't have any, I think we still got copies over on the. Anybody?
I see one correction for the minutes. And this is the quote for the mechanical work, some cooling and heating should say 1,212.
Yep.
Any further additions or corrections to the minutes as presented? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to accept.
Make a motion we accept with the one correction.
A motion to accept with one correction. Is there any second?
I'll second.
Moving second. Any further discussion on it? As corrected. Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Minutes approved. Agenda. Approval of the treasury report. Rosie, you report.
Treasury report, and this is the balances from the end of November. General account had $60,398.47. Road account had $466.89, and the fire account had $93,079.61.
Any questions?
Where's that information at in our paperwork?
That's right, it was a week's
We can print a note, I guess, if we need to. She does not print out, she prints out the monthly payroll, but
I will make a note to print those out on
we can definitely, without the wire, it would be a good idea to have it somewhere. Any other discussion on it? Any questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept it.
Make a motion we accept the treasurer's report.
Motion to accept, is there a second?
I'll second.
Moving seconded, any further discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor of the treasury report, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Treasury report accepted. Clerk's correspondence, you got any more, Judy? Nothing to report at this time? Okay. Reports from our planning commission. You gonna take care of it?
We have not met since our last meeting. There's really nothing to report. We have a meeting immediately following this meeting.
Board review.
We had a number of people to get the 18 mills off their taxes at the board review. That's all that we do basically in December.
Okay.
It's to what, Keith?
Homestead Act.
Homestead Act.
Oh,
We probably had 6, maybe 7. One of them was on there for 3 times because he went back previous years.
Okay, okay. All right. Anything else? All right, good. Zoning administrator.
Everything's been halfway quiet. Winter's coming.
Okay.
Other than we got a new house on Lake City Fork, that hasn't started yet.
Okay. Okay. old business. Propane. Randy, you have kind of the bottom line on that, or Judy? You got it, I mean, it's all done.
That's all done.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the new tank was set for our side. So we have a 500 gallon tank, and then there's a 500 gallon tank that serves the other side.
Okay. It's complete separate.
Yep, we're paying for ours and they're paying for theirs. We had the piping modified so that everything's separate, and it's all set.
Okay. All right. Any questions? And then move on. Voting equipment and training. Please, enlighten us on that.
We have received all of our new voting equipment, and myself and Patsy Languski have been to Sandusky one time for some initial training on the voting equipment. I still have a few more things that I have to pick up from Sandusky, but other than that, we have everything in our possession now. I have also received a word from Denise McGuire, the Sanilac County Clerk, that we have a training class in January for voting, and then there will be several throughout the spring and summer, and then election workers. Anybody that wants to be an election worker, there will be a training in July for that. So anybody who wants to do that, they get a hold of me, because they have to go to that accreditation training in order to be an election inspector.
All right, thanks, Judy. Any questions? Randy, anybody got any questions? Are we, at this point, do we have everything then that we need, or are we still?
There's just a few things that they delivered to Sandusky, like the new sleeves that we had to have, the new voting sleeves, and a new shield, a new privacy shield for the Automark, or what replaced the Automark election piece of equipment, and some new instructions, just basic things. What they did is they delivered everybody's to Sandusky to help save on the shipping, and we just have to go there and pick it up.
Okay, all right.
This is the $488 we approved last.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We still had shipping, but it wasn't as much.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, got it.
All right. Nothing further on that. We'll move on to ceiling estimates. I contacted Bob Bliss, Mr. Lowe, and Mr. Moore, and they were all going to stop out and give me estimates sometime here between now and next January meeting. So we'll have some estimates by January.
Tracy Moore?
Tracy Moore. Tracy Moore. Yeah.
I guess we need to really know what our direction is. Are we convinced we want to lower the ceiling, or are we looking at some alternatives, like some soundproofing on the sidewalls, and what direction are we really going for?
That's what I was, I was going to get an estimate on drop ceiling. On drop ceiling is what I was going to get to start with. Okay. Before I did that, I contacted VW, the 3D guys, and I wanted to tell me if that furnace has got enough. If we got enough furnace here, if we duct it in here, we got enough heat. And we eliminate that over there. Yeah. And 2 out of the 3 said without looking at it, they thought we'd have enough furnace that we'd be able to supply ourselves heat without any additional cost, just run 2 ducts in here. So with that, I guess we can still evaluate it. The drop ceiling, I think, is probably the thought is that that's going to be our best as far as the sound and the acoustics and the space we got to heat. And again, trying to do it with the least amount of cost. We had talked about doing some kind of a cathedral in here and still being able to use that extra heat. But
Get them guys' opinion on it too when
Okay.
they come there.
Okay.
Gotta start somewhere, but
Yeah.
there may be other options.
Right. Okay. Well, that's where I'm at this point, so I've contacted them. FOIA coordinator, you placed an advertisement in the paper. Okay, we got it up on the door.
It was on the door, it should still be on the door.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
gotten any interest in that.
And then, I haven't been contacted by anybody. As I understand from MTA, if I so choose, I could just hire somebody, right? Because I understand from the MTA. Okay. So that's where we're staying. So anybody interested, please be interested in talking to you. All right? New business. Paying routine bills for January. Do you want to go through them again, just so some of them, so you enlighten them, so they know what they're at? And you guys know what they are?
Light bill, gas bill, our dumpsters,
For internet.
and the internet, the dumpsters, the light bill, the gas bill,
Payroll.
payroll, and then, anybody they had meetings here, we have to pay for that. And Todd Backler, the assessment pros, we have to pay them. Let's go there.
I make a motion, we pay the routine bills for January.
Move to pay the routine bills.
I'll second
And seconded. Any further discussion on it? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor of paying routine bills signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Payment to Taylor, Butterfield, Howell, Churchill, and Gardner. Municipal monthly, $1,074. Cook and Gibbert lawsuit, $17,266.03. What's your feeling? The total is $18,340.03.
Does that get us squared up with them
Yes.
completely?
To this point, right?
To this point?
As they requested that it be paid.
What's that?
As they requested that it be paid, lawyers.
Oh, yeah, I got a phone call too today. So. How's you feeling?
I don't think we've got much choice. It was services rendered. As much as I hate to pay that kind of money, it was services rendered.
Any further discussion? If none, entertain a motion. Yeah.
I'll make a motion to pay Taylor, Butterfield, Howell, Churchill, and Gardner for the monthly billings and the lawsuit billings for a total of $18,340.
I have a motion on the table. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second to the motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. We'll do a roll call vote on this. Ken Brown?
Yeah.
Rosie Quinn?
Yes.
Judy Kelly?
Yes.
Randy Shooty?
Yes.
Bob DeLong? Yes. Motion carried. Moving on, one concern that after the enlightenment of what's happened in the township here in the last month, we probably need to come up with some kind of a position in the township on the marijuana growing facilities. You have a number of options you can opt out. As Michigan Trip Township Association, we are already automatically opted out, right?
Yes,
But from a legal aspect, we probably need to take a position in the board.
they told me by not doing that. The MTA, when I talked with them, told me by not doing anything, you are already opted out. They do have, and I had copies back here, samples of a resolution that the MTA did put out, they came up with and put out because so many of the townships were asking for help with drafting resolutions, even though by them not doing anything, they are opted out. MTA explained to me, he said, is so many residents just felt better when there was something signed that said we can't have any marijuana processing plants, growing stations, transportation stations. There's 5 stores, there's like 5 different things that by us opting out, it would be legal in our township.
Question, guys?
The question I have, I understand this only covers large-scale operations. Now, the small grower that is the caregiver for 5 patients, I understand we have no say in that.
No, we don't. We have no say.
Who writes these laws?
Our government.
I mean,
If that's the way the legislatures put it.
so regardless of what action we take on this, we have no say.
For the ones that grow it for the medical.
Right.
And we can't even know where those places are located.
By law.
By law, we cannot know.
I don't like that.
By what law?
By their law, by the state law.
The state law, medical marijuana.
Federal law still is against it.
The federal law, but by the state law. As I understand from the research that I did here after this occurred, medical marijuana permits, usage permits, we're not privileged to know. Our county governments are not privileged to know by law where even a caretaker's permit, or a caretaker grower, they're not, as I understand it, now, maybe the deputy could help me, but as I understand it, they get, in Sanilac County, they get a permit number with no name, no address, nothing, which is all protected because of HEPA, okay? So, probably privileged to know where they are because most of the people we know, but other than that, legally, by law, they don't know, okay? And you can't do anything about that. We cannot inhibit any of that as a township. The only thing we can inhibit is the new growing, what they call it, there's the 5 things that she named. We could take a position to not have any of that in our township.
But isn't the federal laws come into play here at some point?
We would think so. Christine?
It was said at the last meeting that the county goes in and inspects these medical marijuana growers. Yet you're sitting there saying that nobody knows who they are, but the county apparently does.
Can you help me on that, Deputy? Do you know?
The drug task force knows where they are.
Drug task force. Okay. We ourselves not privileged to it. That's fine.
The only problem with that is we don't know, but 4 people from Flint knew, and that's a great concern.
We all agree with that. There's no question.
Well-
We all agree with that. So,
Isn't there something that we can do that?
The townships that have, when I was reading on the MTA's website, the townships that have tried even to stop with the medical marijuana users growing their own have been sued. Because I get with you, Mike, I don't understand when the federal government says no, but the states allow it. I don't know how that supersedes anything, I don't know why. I mean, I don't agree that when somebody gets their license, that even the local sheriff's department can't know only certain aspects of it. I mean, why?
as he said, the drug task force knows, like, the law
That's a federal
enforcement.
entity. Is that a federal entity then, drug task force?
Apparently.
No, that's county.
That's county?
Yes,
But you're privileged, they are privileged to know.
yes.
Okay. So, from township, position. But I don't know if they challenge it where we stand anyway. It certainly doesn't sound like like we don't have much backing in it, and there's not much.
Was it the whole federal government?
So, we all have concern with it. Yes?
Can the deputy answer that? Does the task force know specifically and/or inspect these facilities that they are medical marijuana growing facilities? As opposed to...
I don't know, the deputy probably can't answer that because he probably don't know himself. Did you get a question?
I didn't hear the question.
I'm wondering if you know if the task force would be able to
Inspect
and
know that they are for medical marijuana, not just recreational.
I actually don't know
Okay.
what their schedule is to inspect. I do know that, basically, there are meth labs that are going up in the county, mobile meth labs that have their attention a little bit more because they're more dangerous than medical marijuana caregivers. So them are popping up more and are more dangerous, so they're putting their resources fighting that epidemic.
Who could we get a hold of to enlighten us a little bit? Who could we get a hold of to enlighten us on this? I mean...
Jeff Johnson is or Jim Johnson is the drug task coordinator. You could get a hold of him.
Would he possibly be willing to come to a meeting and...
And he's in Sandusky, correct?
Yes.
Rosie, any question?
No.
Randy? What's your feeling on it? I mean, I understand and I certainly am concerned myself because I have family members in our township and friends and what can occur in the last 60 days here is rather.
But what happened there, we would have no control of anyway.
Doesn't tell me. Yes, Mr. Randy.
But it's my understanding, my feeling, that when these medical marijuana facilities crop up, crime comes right behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think any of us want that.
For those four guys, were they patients?
From my discussions across the state with other townships and with law enforcement, and I know for a fact that in Sanilac County alone, this is 3 times in 18 months that there's been something similar, maybe not to the degree what we just encountered, but real similar. So, and it's all related. So, Christine.
I have a question. So if a caregiver is growing marijuana for individuals, and they get paid for growing that medical marijuana for that person, is that considered a business then in our township?
I would certainly say so, and this is what they're fighting for. We're probably going to vote on it next November to legalize it, so then, okay, then it can be all taxable. It's coming. They've got the signatures, it's coming.
Okay.
So, I would say so. That would be my opinion.
Okay.
How might you zone that then?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because we have businesses in our township that are zoned, and if they're considered a business, how are they going to be zoned?
But it's agricultural.
They're probably right to farm act.
Okay, so that will raise the question though, that person that is growing it is supposed to be under agriculture, on the property tax actually listed as agriculture and paying the higher taxes as opposed to being residential.
It's something we can look into.
And we have to be told that they have a licensed facility in our township.
So we are supposed to allow district.
There's too many, there's so many gray areas that they don't address, that it's very hard.
Randy, you got it? Christine?
Okay, I've heard that we have a lot more medical marijuana growers in our township. So I guess my question is, and I'm not sure who can answer this, are they legal or are they illegal?
I don't know if the deputy, can you help me?
Yeah, they're allowed by the state of Michigan, everybody, or it was voted upon to see if caregivers could grow the marijuana. It is legal, and they had to follow certain regulations and harvest so many ounces of marijuana per how many customers or patients they have. So they're only supposed to be able to grow so much. And it is legal to grow if they are a caregiver.
Am I under the understanding that roughly 170 such permits in Sanilac County, or 130?
I don't know that number.
Okay, and in my discussion with...
So they could be growing marijuana illegally
Oh, without
and
a doubt.
not be legal caregivers.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, if we can verify it, if we can, I mean, I think it behooves township residents to be diligent. If they think they got something, I typically would be contacting law enforcement and get it checked out. But that'd be my personal opinion. Sir?
How you doing? I'm sorry, I got here a little late. From what I understand is you guys are opting out.
We're automatically opted out as a township in the state. All townships in the state are opted out automatically. We just have to decide as a board whether we're going to take a position as a board to opt out or opt in, whichever we decide, so we have a position as a board, as a township board.
Well, I read a little bit about this, and I don't know, there's a lot of money in it for the county, money for the roads, for the sheriff's department, employment, and not only that, now, marijuana is being used to treat kids with autism, ADHD, and everything else. It's not, taboo drug. People have been smoking for hundreds of years.
Yeah, we understand.
Okay, here's my question. If it's a drug and it has good medical purposes, if a doctor writes you a prescription, where do you go get that?
You go get it from your caregiver.
You go get it from the drugstore. Why isn't this marijuana being sold at the drugstore? Why do we have a system like they're doing now? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me.
Trust me, the medical, or the companies are about to jump in on all these, the big drug companies.
Now, myself, if somebody took a building such as this and filled it full of marijuana plants and it was regulated by the drug task force, I'd feel more comfortable with that than all these people randomly growing it everywhere. That seems to be where the problem is.
This is what it's going to be. It is going to be regulated. You have to have a point of sale system right through the state. Otherwise, you can't grow. You have to go through the state. Everything you do will be monitored by the state. The
We
law
also know
enforcement
how the
is
state
allowed to
monitors
check on
things
it
now.
any time.
All right. Mr. Peruski?
Apparently, the state hasn't been doing their job very well.
Exactly.
Christine?
One question, is the township liable for any of the actions that happen on Holbrook Road?
Good question, Christine. We seem to be liable for a lot of stuff, so I don't know exactly. Nobody's told us. The only thing I can tell you is the little bit that I've got done so far is, as I said, the Michigan Township Association, automatically, all townships in the state of Michigan are opting out of what we're talking about, okay, outside of the medical. Okay, medical, we don't have it, we don't have any control. And so I said, well, what difference does it make if we take a position or not? Probably from a legal aspect, if something ever happens, if we've got a position where we either opt in or opt out, then the township's got a position. That's the only reason, because it doesn't look like, we're gonna take a position in or out one way or another probably here before we're all done. It might not be done tonight, but it's going to eventually be done. But I don't know if push comes to shove, it means anything anyway. I mean, that's the feedback I'm getting, okay? As the gentleman said, it's coming, okay? But as a township, a lot of townships getting on board and then opting out, coming up with their own provision and ordinances against it. And that's where we stand, you know, if that's what we do, that's where we'll stand and we'll go accordingly.
I'm just thinking about those people, if they would have ended up going to a home that was close by that place, that had little kids and innocent people in that home. No, they didn't. There weren't little kids in there.
At Bobby's birthday, because there's little kids there, and they did stop there.
Knock on the door.
I don't know anything about Grifka, but
That wasn't in the news.
that wasn't in the
All right,
news.
thanks. Any further comment? Board? At this point, would you like to do some more thinking on it, or would you, has anybody got a position?
As of right now, if we do nothing, we're opted out.
We're opted out on that. Okay.
So we're opted out as of right now, and I would like to have more information before we do anything further. I mean, if we pass, it's gonna be like the game preserves and stuff. We got things in our zoning that mean absolutely nothing because the DNR controls
I
that.
agree.
So why would we pass something if the state's gonna overrule us on it? And I'd like to find a little more information out before we do anything here.
Well, and correctly, so I understand what you're saying, Ken, but again, this still comes back to the fact that you talked about the federal aspect. But townships, at some point in time, maybe at some point in time, if we've got a position, we've got something to fight with. Because our township decides that's where we're gonna stand, and we're gonna have something to fight with. When it comes to shove, we still got something to fight with. Yes?
This is probably a lawyer question, but if you actually take a position, does that make you more liable?
That's what I'm saying.
And I thought-
If the state's backing you up right now,
There's been other cases where people have had things on their zoning that they've been sued for because they have no right to, it's like what example would I use? Where the DNR overrules any of our zoning. People have actually sued in a case like that because it was there. I mean, if the township has no way of enforcing it, I think we shouldn't even have it there.
was it?
Randy?
My concern is if we do not take a position on this, in the meantime, somebody approaches the state for a permit for a facility, can we have our position or not? Would we be better off if we have a stand now?
As of now, we're opted out.
I understand that, but if we had a formal position, that may help reinforce our feeling on the topic.
If we've opted out, how did 170-some facilities grow up in Sanilac County?
Because we
Those are
have
caregivers.
even though we opt
They're all
out, them are
caregivers.
still legal.
We have
Them
no,
are still
But not
legal.
according to federal law. I don't get it.
But look at the states that it's legal in.
And I understand the state says to do that, but I don't know who to do it. I don't know.
I guess what I'm getting out of this is we're talking about two different things. Marijuana facility, the way I understand it, is like a commercial operation, and then the caregiver is something separate. So, from what we gather, we have no jurisdiction over a caregiver, but we do have some say in a commercial operation. So that's where we need to make our standpoint.
Tell me, did these three people from Flint come down for medical marijuana? Or did they come down to get shot?
They knew there was cash in the house. They were after money and drugs.
Somehow they knew those people.
It might have been a patient at one time said, hey, this place is at such and such location, and then that's how they knew where it was. We don't know.
170 of those in the county.
Yeah, exactly. Christine?
There was an article in the Huron Daily Tribune, Caseville Township. They ended up, their insurance company actually, they had talked to their insurance company and they ended up, as I read the article, they ended up opting out. It just said, basically what we wanted to do was let the dust settle on this whole thing. We can always change down the road. This opting out right now buys us some time to let the dust settle on all of this stuff.
Was that before, did that come out like before the 15th, before that new licensing?
This was December 8th.
December.
So was that last?
December 8th.
Case, though, that you referred to in that township, I know, the township. Well, I guess I'm asking the board what you're feeling. I mean, you want to table this to research more and discuss it, or do you want to take a position?
Christina, I didn't see that article. Does it say in there what their insurance said?
Yeah, they were suggesting that they opt out. Because it says here, a marijuana facility cannot operate in a municipality unless that municipality has adopted an ordinance authorizing that type of facility.
What's your feeling of the board? I mean, I can express my feelings as a supervisor, and I take a position right now, and we've got two proposals here. One opts in and one opts out when it comes from the MTA, and my position is to opt out immediately, and I take whatever consequences follow thereafter, but that's just my position as a supervisor. And you guys can go accordingly. Mr. Cleveland.
It would seem to me that one advantage of taking action now is that you don't know who these people are. If you know who they are and then tell them they can't do it, you can be accused of depriving them of their income, which is pretty serious.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. We've already got a position on it.
If you don't know who they are, then you can't be accused of that.
I think we should act now.
Well, you have a couple of them that read it.
Explain that, Grant.
Everything's patient-based. Each patient's allowed 2 plants, and then there's a weight ratio on how much ounces or whatever, how they figure that. So it's not limited to 5 patients. There was a grow house in Bad Axe that had 104 plants, and the police busted that. Well, they had too many plants, but the guy was licensed for that. He had that many patients. That's why they didn't know about it.
I was under the understanding of President.
You can look it up. There's a lot of changes first of the year.
I know they're coming.
Yep. Getting ready for the vote.
So I mean, almost anybody could just open it up under the guise of or get it through medical marijuana. You don't have to really prove anything to the state other than I've got this many patients.
Well, there's criteria that, for protection and stuff.
Yeah, but
Protection.
the way things are going down, do you really think the state's really checking them now?
I don't believe so. No.
Yeah, so I mean, they're allowing, they're changing the rules to, you said this much when you printed it out, and they're adding, that it can be unlimited patients or whatever. They don't check the small ones they have now. How on earth are they ever going to police what they're unleashing?
Well, that was a big concern, if it was set at 20 patients or 30, but the law didn't state that. It said it was all patient-based, 2 plants per patient. So when they pass these laws, a lot of times they don't read them before they just go ahead and
They
pass
just go in and pass them and...
Then they read it, and then they say, oh, we made a couple of mistakes.
Yes, sir.
Do this miracle marijuana, not the caregiver. These people are in these houses and these small warehouses, the police don't even know where they are. With the medical marijuana, the police know exactly where they are, the township knows where they are. The place is always secured with guard dogs and security and all kinds. These places, they're gonna know where they are. These caregiver things, I know there's a bunch of them around here, and nobody knows where they are. I'm sure the police don't know where they are either.
No, he said.
Okay, this will be out in the open.
Is there just so many applications a township can have for these people?
That I can't answer. I don't, especially in the position right now when it's medical,
Yeah.
there's no limitation.
There's no limitation.
No. If we had, for some reason, if our whole township needed medical marijuana, we could probably all get permits for it. I mean, that's.
So you don't have to be on the waiting list to get a permit?
Yeah, no.
Because that's what I thought I would.
I just wanted to say one more thing.
Yes, sir.
Last week, this is for all the people in here, last week, Fowlerville, I'm sure some people know where Fowlerville is.
Yep.
They just passed it. Okay, I know a guy, 20 acres over there. Okay, they were selling for $60,000. Okay, he called his realtor. Okay, that price went from $60,000, he wants $200,000 for that piece of property right now. For 20 acres. Now imagine the property value around here.
But I don't think our residents want a bunch of growing medical marijuana, or whether it's medical or growing, no matter what the cost of land is, I don't think they want it around them.
Thank you. Mr. Guys.
One thing, I can help in township, you all know that. I probably shouldn't be talking out here, but I'm going to. We just reviewed this last 2 months, and it's a touchy situation. In 2018, this is coming up to vote. So if you want to change it, go vote. That's number one thing, go vote. 82 other counties in the state of Michigan got out on this. How many counties? 82 out of 82? Opted out. And there's also a bill out there right now stating if you put this in, you have a chance to lose your revenue share. Check into that. For the amount of money you might make, you bring one in, you're going to lose your revenue sharing. That's going to be a lot more than the money you're bringing in. So there's a lot more to this than deciding it quickly. Think about it. And that's all I got to say. That's what our township thing says. We're going to stay opt out. We're going to see what happens.
At this point, you're opted out automatically.
Correct.
But you have not adopted an ordinance at this point. Because I didn't think anybody.
Because like I say, 2018, they're saying it's going to a vote in the state of Michigan to legalize it or not legalize it.
Yeah.
And if anything you do right now, you can do it, and it can go to vote, and everything you've done, you just wasted your time.
What's your position as a board? We can discuss it all night, and I understand, and it should be discussed because there's some extreme concerns in the township, and I think we need to research further.
I would like to take a vote.
I'd entertain a motion at that point.
I would like to make a motion that we officially opt out.
There's a motion on the table. Is there a second to the motion?
You're talking past the resolution to opt out.
Pass the resolution to opt out.
Yes. I guess I just
Marijuana
feel that I would
facilities.
just rather be ahead of it than behind of it.
If there was in the future a legitimate facility going up, we could
Opt in.
opt back in and change it. But it would have to be pretty attractive to go to that.
Well, by opting out, it does give us more time to research, because I would like to check on that. And everything that I've read through the MTA, I've never seen anything in there about revenue sharing. I'd like to check into that. We get a call back from our insurance, so I'd like to double check again with them again, too. So, I mean, there are more things.
Well, let's still have a motion on the table, is there a second to it? If not, the motion will die for lack of support.
I think if we're automatically opt out, what's our,
What's the advantage of doing it now? Only as I was enlightened by the residents that we take a position on it, but I guess I'm not. Sir, the deputy, can you tell me the township in the southeast corner who has the proposed growing facility, or the 1.2 or 1.3 million dollar proposed facility, have they opted out as a township, do you know or not?
I do not know.
Okay. There is one proposed in southeast Sanilac County, the farthest township down by.
That'd be Worth Township.
Yep, and I didn't know, the last time I talked to anybody in Sandusky, they had not took an official position of opting out, even though the township is opted out automatically. So again, I have a motion on the table.
After the recent events, what's everybody's opinion on this?
All right, I guess we're gonna take a strong. We're gonna let it go. Mr. Reader, your comment.
By opting out, what are we physically doing by opting out?
Other than
We're
just,
not gonna control medical marijuana, that's.
no,
Basically, Mike, what it boils down to is we do nothing, we're opted out. If we pass a resolution, we have a sheet of paper that says we opted out.
To opt out simply means you're not giving anybody permission to grow marijuana.
Right.
so we'd be better off to make a resolution now to opt out.
that would be my position, and apparently that's Randy's position.
I guess I just feel if we don't do it, we're leaving the door open or cracked, that's how I see it.
I'll second that motion.
Motion on the table, been seconded by, any further discussion? I know there's a lot of discussion. Judy, any comment? Rosie, any further comment? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote, we'll do a roll call vote. Ken Brown.
Yes.
Rosie Quinn.
Yes.
Randy Judy.
Yes.
Judy Kelly.
Yes.
Bob DeLong, yes. Passed by unanimous, we as a township have adopted an ordinance to opt out of marijuana growing facilities and the 5 things associated to it. I mean, is it listed someplace for residents to find it?
No, because it's not even on the MTA's general site.
Right.
I'll see what else I can find, something a little bit clearer than what this one was, that I can print out and have available for people.
There was five main things that, manufacturing, growing, storage, transportation. And there was one other thing, I can't remember what it was, but there was 5 main things in it that we were trying to opt out.
Grower processors, secure transporters, the Visioning Center, and safety compliance.
Safety compliance, I think that was probably our main concern in our township, safety compliance. All right. Any other new business at this point? Hearing none, I would take any public comment at this point. Mr. Anthony.
Yeah, the windmills and solar power don't look bad now, do they?
Speaking of that, yes.
I just wondered if you had any further on passing the revised zoning ordinance?
No, I was just going to address that, Bernadette. I think next meeting, we need to research these things and we need to go over them. And next meeting, we need to address them and get after this, get them adopted so we can go. Any other further comments?
I have a question. In the last meeting, I believe, Thumb Electric had sent some correspondence, and they wanted certain wording written in our zoning.
Jerry Cleveland has that, they do that at the planning commission. He has the resolution that they have to do.
Okay.
So ask Mr. Cleveland.
Okay. Hey. Hearing none, no further comments, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
And move to adjourn in a second.
I say.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all residents for your input.
January, the 3rd, after the 3rd. You know, 3rd, yeah, March is We're not here in January? Yeah, I'll give you a date.